Hey guys, Ray here from Man City Fan Chat. Just get myself a drink. Just get myself a drink. My wife booked me tickets for the train, just sending me messages, and I'm just gonna get you guys up, see who's on. Let's have a look. Who's online? Just give me a second while this boots up and I'll start chatting to you guys. It's very slow today. It's a real shame sometimes with the software, but what can you do? Sorry about the trouble we had earlier on today as well. Whoa! Here I am, I'm here, I'm in the house. I'm in the house. It's very slow Wi-Fi on my laptop. Let's see who's on board. Wow, that's hot. Anybody in the house? I'll do a quick share while I wait for people to arrive. Just get this on. No one chatting yet, so I'll get a quick share out. See, I'll tell you what the agenda is. It's a massive agenda. Massive agenda. There's lots of bits and pieces to talk about. There's an update on Cancelo. Talk a little about Mahrez, Gabi Jesus, Pablo Mari, Manu Garcia, Alexis Garcia. The Women's Super League double-header, pre-season training, Nikita Paris leaving, CFG buying a club in Thailand. Is there space for anything else? I think that covers everything. Absolutely loads. Let's just get people on board. Let's go for it. Let's see who's going to come online then. Let's get a few people emailed. Let's get Cobby, because Cobby misses us a few times. There you go, 3 people. So, has anyone spoken? Hey Joseph, how you doing, Joseph? All right, we're good to go now. Mike, good evening, very good evening. Rob, good evening to you, mate. Joseph, you're passing the hellos around between you. I'm back now. I just waiting for people to get online, and then I thought, yeah, I just pop some messages out on Twitter to get a few more people on, just let them know we're about. So, hope you guys have. Chris, hey, you changed your badge now, mate. I can see that little avatar's a Liverpool one. I don't know what it was before. Any transfer news? Well, Joseph, there'll be a little bit. Not much. There's not a lot going on, but there is a little bit of news. Mike James, we sold Nikita Paris and Lucy Bronze to Leon and Tundogan to Barcelona. Wonder why we keep losing our best players. I'm going to mention that, Mike. I'll talk about that. I talked about it earlier today, and I think basically it's the same reason. But I'll give a few more people a chance to get on. I think when we get about 10 or 12 likes, then I'll go through the agenda and then go into the agenda. Let me just check my diary. Lots going on at the moment, guys. Sorry, it's crazy right now. Clients ringing up left, right and centre for work, trying to squeeze them in. Just send my wife a message while you guys are passing, shooting the breeze. Okay, let's go. Let's see what your messages are. What club is that, Chris? Vanarama National League. It was a picture of me, Avatar, before. Let's go back to old profile pic. You guys, eh? Let's get to double figures in likes, and then we'll get on to talking about the agenda, and we'll get into it quite quickly. There's a lot of little bits. So let's get up to 10 likes, fellas, and then we'll get into the agenda for tonight. Right, hopefully my wife's trying to book some train tickets at the moment, so I'm trying to tell her that. Look, she said to me, we'll come back on the 1st of September. And I'm thinking, 1st of September? That's a Sunday. We got a match on Saturday, love. So I've just said to her, I've had to twist it around. It's not going to work either way because it's going to be, because the Saturday, if I'm right, the Saturday is the 31st of August. And the 31st of August is a home game against Brighton. And it's also my lad's 12th birthday. Yeah, Mike Sandler's set for the Angela Law movie. It's not been confirmed yet, so I've not really gone back to that because, you know, we talked about that a few days ago. Until it's confirmed, we're not really any further forward. And it's not as if it's an incoming signing where we're all getting excited and we're looking forward to them. It's someone going out who we've hardly ever seen play. No thumbs down. That's the first. We've got one, mate. I'm really surprised that the goons are taking that long to get on. Yeah, Chris, I'll tell you about the live stream earlier today. There's a problem with the software I use. It's called Switcher. And the app that I use on my phone, it allows me to use, to stream, live stream via YouTube, basically, via this app. Normally, you need to have 1,000 subscribers before you can live stream via YouTube. But this application allows me to do that with my 600 followers. But sadly, applications are temperamental, and this one just either wouldn't come on live, and then it would come on live twice. It was absolutely crazy. It's happened, things have happened before. Well, it took me about 20 minutes to sort it out, and I was hoping to do a 15 to 20 minute video, and then I had to scarper to get my kids. I ended up rushing a 13-minute job right at the end. It was, sorry guys, it wasn't cool. Hi Cobby, nice to see you on board. Joseph, Redmen TV, to be honest, that Chris Padgett he's got some good things to say, but he also talks a load of old twaddle. And I'm sorry, I can't give him he's got no credibility with me after his Chelsea Rent Boys rant. That's disgusting, that rant. And you can say I'm sorry for it afterwards. You're sorry because it was out there. Okay, you're sorry. My feeling was, I know this is my opinion, you're sorry because he was out there. You're sorry because I assume he took a lot of flack because what he did was extremely wrong, homophobic, call it whatever you will, disgraceful, disgusting. And it came across as that's the kind of guy he is. That's the way he was. Okay, he can say, I'm sorry. Are you sorry for saying something wrong or getting caught out for what you actually believe? I don't know where the line is with Chris, and so he lost a lot of credibility and integrity really with that comment. Nasri Kabdid Abdi, hey, where are you from, Nasri? I mean, you could be from Algeria. Yeah, he does. The thing with Padgett, the thing is, he talks very, very, very fast, and it's hard to keep up. Hey Morgan, how you doing? Where are you from, Morgan? Are you 15 years old? Just guessing. Nasri, what's his second chance, Nasri? You got to tell me. You can't speak in riddles, Nasri. You got to tell us, man. And actually, second chance is very, very interesting because I was out running yesterday and in London. I'll tell you this story, guys. I don't want to bore you, but I'll tell you this story. I was out running in London, and my run, I went the wrong way. I ended up running 14 kilometers by accident. I was only meaning to run about between 5 and 10, and I went the wrong way. I found myself like 3 miles from home. I was knackered, and I'm still suffering today. But whilst I was running, honestly, it is depressing in running in London. There are so many people sleeping on the streets. So many people sleeping in their own wee, their own piss. You know, dishevelled, bedraggled, begging. Honestly, it really makes you want to cry. There's so much money in the world, and yes, some of these might be on drugs and on fags and booze and whatever and have problems. Others don't have the same issues. Some of them have severe mental health issues, emotional problems, whatever the issues are. For God's sake, these are people. There's someone's father or son. And you see a few women as well, and it's shocking. And Nasri mentioned the second chance, and as I was running, I had an idea. I'm full of ideas. I don't push them through, but I've had an idea, and I said I want to do that. Really want to do that. And actually, I was thinking of a charity, and it would have the words "second chance" in, because these guys deserve a second chance. Do they deserve to spend 20 or 30 years on the streets before they die? Come on, man. This world should be better than that. This world should be better with fighting and killing and stealing and all sorts of things. There is money there for everybody. Was it Bernie Sanders said? I'm not trying to get too political, guys. Was it the top 3 people in America, the top 3 wealthiest men in America? Did they own as much wealth as 50% of the population? Come on, as the bottom 50%? Come on, that can't be right. There's money to go around. There's enough money to go around this world. It's how we choose to spend. You've seen what with Brexit and all the arguing to and fro, whatever the rights and wrongs, how many billions have been wasted. I hate it. I really hate it. I don't hate it much, but I hate that. All that rubbish. Hi, Cole. How you doing, mate? Morgan, starting line for opening day if everyone is fit apart from Mendy. Why are you dropping Mendy? So Morgan, you started the channel when you were 15, now you're 17. Okay, now we can talk. Got to check your age, and everything else. Joseph, do you think he acts for the camera? He seems fake to me, over enthusiastic. Who, Joseph? You're going to have to remind me. Who's over enthusiastic? I might have missed some comments there, guys. Who's over enthusiastic, Joseph? I'm having a look. Oh, Padjuk. Maybe. Look, a lot of people, you've got to exaggerate. You've got to exaggerate to get your point across. I'll give you an example. I mean, you guys, I've said it a couple of times, but I'm a qualified aerobics instructor, okay? And one thing you do when you're doing the aerobics, you over-exaggerate your movements. So you do huge movements, huge sweeping movements like your grapevines and whatever. And people won't do the same. They'll do mostly what you do. If you do a normal movement, they'll do a bit less than a normal movement. So you have to exaggerate it to get them to do a normal movement. And you've got to be bouncy and buzzy and enthusiastic yourself. And that gets people going. So there's loads of people out there who are over enthusiastic, in my opinion. And they just feel they have to be. I spoke to somebody, I won't say who it was, on the phone today. And I just thought, you're not real, mate. You're not real. Because the way he finished the call kind of gives me an idea what you're like, rather than the way you'd pepped it up. Okay. Hi, Call. Yeah, sorry. Hi, mate. Good. No, it doesn't matter, Call. Everybody's, whenever you come on board, I'm very happy to see as many people as possible. But 29 watching, 9 likes. What gives? Hey, Phil Mullane. How you doing, mate? Fourth Jenna Papa. You get on your live streams, don't you, mate? You spend a lot of times on live streams. Fourth Jenna, what is pre-season start? When? It started today, mate. I said so last week. I said a few times, wasn't sure exactly, but I presumed it would start today because we're going on tour next week on the 15th. We're going off to, was it 15th? Or next week is our first game anyway. 17th is our first game, I think, in China. So I said it was probably going to be today, and it is. Where's Baggy said he was hoping you could convert all the West Brom fans into City fans. Padjak, that's it. Chris Padjak, I can't say his name. Rahul Chavan. Harry, don't you think we should sell some players like Gondon to balance the books and the squad? Otherwise, we'll have the below to squad unhappy players like signing this window. Look, what I'll say is, Rahul, we don't need to balance the books. Okay, we've got plenty of money. Situation for financial fair play is very comfortable. This new Puma deal is going to give City, the City Football Group, it's going to give us about 65 million a year. What were we getting from Nike before? 15. So City, we're going to get into City probably 40-45 million pounds extra every season. The TV deal is going to give us an extra, I think, 12 or 13 million quid next year. So add the 12 million, add your 45, you're 57 to 60 million already. That smashes FFP to pieces, you know. If you look back at some of the videos I've done talking about FFP, I'll try and do an in-depth one for you again soon. But, you know, FFP smashed for us at the moment. Albert Gomez, as United fan, I can only dream of getting the quality of players such as Cancelo. Oh my God, always great content. I always enjoy watching other teams. Cheers, Albert. Hope you're subscribed. Morgan, 15, excited to see who will be in the pre-season travelling squad. I think we kind of know already. Let's go. Should we go through the agenda, guys? Agenda? Okay, it's a longer agenda. Okay, we're going to start off with the Cancelo update. It's an update on Cancelo. We're going to talk about Riyad Mahrez. We're going to talk about Gabby Jesus. We're going to talk about Alexis Garcia, Manu Garcia, Pablo Mari. We're going to talk about Nikita Paris. We're going to talk about pre-season training, the Women's Super League. Is that enough? Is that enough? You want more? We'll talk about CFG Banker Club in Thailand. Is that enough? I don't think we'll get time to talk about Rabin. You know, if we get enough time, we might give him a quick mention, but nothing bad. Chris, I'm going to all our pre-season games with my mate, so I'm not able to join in some last. Hey, don't worry, mate. We'll miss you, but don't worry. Where are your games? Where are Liverpool on their pre-season tour? Yeah, they're going around the northwest. Fleetwood, Blackpool, Lytham, St Anne's. Yeah, going up in the world. Lytham, St Anne's, Southport. Just let us know where you're going. Mike James, we also make 40 million from our Etihad Stadium and shirt sponsorship. Yeah, look, Mike, when I look at when we're buying players, I look at what new money is coming in. I tend not to look at the old money, okay? Well, we're getting 40 million a season from the Etihad deal, and we're getting 65 million from Puma, okay? But I look at what's the new money. What new money are we getting? We're going to get new money from the TV deal. We're going to get new money from Puma. And that's worth the best part of 60 million quid. And I multiply that by 5, that's 300 million. We can spend 300 million on, I'm being very, not facetious, but I'm being very basic here. 300 million on players and wages. That's how I work it out. We're comfortable, guys. We've got nothing to worry about. Herence, I agree, but look, racism doesn't pay. There is absolutely no gain in it, but people just won't do away with it. But greed does. No rich and greedy person will share a dime. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know, the ideas I've got, I want to take some homeless people off the streets. The ideas I've got will cost me money, and my wife won't agree to me selling a flat, selling my flat down in London to help the homeless. It's a very delicate balance because I've got a family to consider, my kids and my wife and their future, you know. But it hurts me. It really does hurt me to see people sleeping rough on the streets. You know, it's one reason why I'm not keen on corporate life anymore. You know, without going too far back in the past, I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers, chartered tax advisor. Could have stayed there, corporate life, all my life. But it weren't for me, you know. I like a bit of fun in my life. I like a bit of bit of this, bit of that. I'm quite comfortable where I am now. Wine is fine, whiskers quicker. Hi mate, how you doing? What do you think someone like Manu Garcia hasn't got an opportunity under Pep? He's a Pep kind of player. I'll tell you what kind of player he is in a bit. Hi Mukund, hope you're well, hope you're really well. Cobby, have you seen the picture of Pep giving Roddy the talk? Yep. Pep's always going to be in players' ears. You know, even after we beat Watford 6-0 in the cup final, he was in Sterling's ear. He never gives up. Danny Evers winning the player of the tournament. Gabby J, biggest shock of the year. But mate, you know, sadly, a lot of these international stuff I don't care about. Ballon d'Or, come on. Messi's been the best ever since I saw Messi. Messi's been the best. There's no in my book, there's no contest. And it's a scandal that he doesn't win it every year. But it's just the way it is. And, you know, it doesn't matter. Look, the fact is, David Silva's never won a player of the season. Yeah? He's never won the FA player of the season. Even though he's probably one of the best overseas players ever to grace the Premier League. If not the best. Never won. Serge can't get in team of the season, even though he's been top scorer in the past comfortably. Can't get in the team of the season. It's a load of rubbish. What matters? We won the Premier League. That's it. All these individual trophies that are subjective, picked by others, voted by players, voted by... Who cares? Yeah, we won the Premier League. That you can't vote for. Joseph, BT, all our players are hated by everyone but us. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. But look, some of our fans give people like Firmino stick and Alisson stick. It's a tribal nature of football. We'll get it back. We give it. Fortune, Papa, I just want to see our players in training. There will be, mate. There will be. Don't worry. Mike James, don't forget the money we make from all the trophies we win. Absolutely. I could go into that. I really would like to one day go into the money side of things. I'll basically say Huddersfield got about 102 million quid. And basically, the clubs get about 80 odd million quid, I think. 82 million quid or something like that as part of the TV deal. And then the rest of your money, the prize money, so to speak, comes from two sources. First source is where you finish in the league. I think it's an extra £1.9 million per position. Okay, so City finished 20 places above Huddersfield, or 19. We're going to pick up whatever, 35 million, 40 million more than Huddersfield. And then there's the facility fees, basically how many times you're on TV. Liverpool, I think we're on one more game than City last year. Can't remember what that is, it 2 million a pop. So that's how it's all made up. Nasri, do you think City's going to win the... I hope so, mate, hope so. Joseph... Liverpool or City? I've got to stay with City. I mean, I'm a City fan. I think Liverpool will give us a good season. I think a lot is going to depend on VAR and where every team's priorities are. But City's priorities should be and always will be, I hope, the Premier League. Rahul Chavan, what do you think about True Geordie balling down City's success all to money? Is it too simplistic? Absolutely, Rahul. Okay, True Geordie can say what he likes, and people can have their own opinion of him. Look, if the Sheikh had gone to Newcastle, he wouldn't be saying this. He wouldn't be saying that. Yeah? It's just jealousy. It's just envy. Okay? Well, Joseph said... Joseph's probably put it more succinctly than I can. The point is, okay, I did a video a couple of weeks ago. Go and check it out. It's a video and it's about City. It was a bit tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic kind of thing. City destroying football with our transfer policy. And basically it was showing that, you know, all the big transfers in United from years ago, from Barcelona, from Real Madrid, from Liverpool from years ago. I mean, Liverpool paid, was it 35 million for Andy Carroll? Come on, it was 10 years ago. 35 million for Andy Carroll. And they have a pop at City. You know, and I talked about, and I said that at the time, one of the problems is a lot of the clubs and other leagues have a pop at City because they use City to deflect from their own failures, okay? And I give two examples from Chelsea, and there's many other clubs. Man City paid back 37 million for Leroy Sané, paid him 60 grand a week, okay? And he's a talent. Chelsea paid about that sort of money, about 40 million, 35, 40 million for Danny Drinkwater, and paid him 120 grand a week, and he can't even get in the team, okay? City paid 43 million pounds for Bernardo Silva. He must be worth 120 now. Top talent. Chelsea paid about 40 million for Bakayoko. So other teams make bad decisions on transfers, bad decisions on managers. Look at United, 6 or 7 managers since Fergie left. Yeah, we've had 3 and we've won loads of trophies. They've had 6 or 7 since Fergie left. Okay, look at Arsenal struggling with after Wenger. Look at Chelsea struggling a bit. And the teams who've had managers for the longest and have got a decent structure, good strategies in place, are Liverpool, City and Spurs. And these are the 3 clubs who are doing the best at the moment. So, as I said, other clubs, other managers, other fans, other leagues criticise City to deflect from their own failings. They failed with strategy. You look at United, buying players left, right and centre, and they're going to end up like we started off 10 years ago when we really didn't know exactly what we were doing, just buying players left, right and centre, playing huge wages. Alexis Sanchez, 22 million quid a year, can't even get in the team. Paul Pogba, he's having a laugh. Yeah? They're paying 350 grand a week to David De Gea. It's gone bonkers. All right, let's go back and look at some of your comments. So True Geordie, idiot. Yeah, because if Newcastle had got the money, he wouldn't have complained. It's only oil money now because it's a state. You got to be controversial. You got to be out there. You got to be sometimes abusive and colourful with your language and everything else to get views. And True Geordie's doing it for the views because he makes money out of it. Okay, his controversialness makes money. If he was straight down the road, straight-laced, he wouldn't make anything like the money he's making. Being outrageous makes you money, and that's what people do. Chris Welch, Tranmere, 11th of July. Bradford, 14th. After that, we go to the Boston to play Dortmund. So yeah. Are you going to all the games, mate? Are you just going to the 2 in England? Are you going to go to the States as well? I mean, that'd be great to go to Boston to watch the Dortmund game. If you are going, mate, you know, I hope you have a great time. So is this Hyperman, Joseph? Who's Hyperman? Sometimes you have to give me a bit more information. Am I Hyperman because I'm buzzing around with my chit-chat? Let's have a look at your points. Who's this Cancelo guy? Come on, Sea-Dog. Who's this Cancelo guy? He's a guy right back for Juventus. Let's talk Cancelo, okay? Now, it's rumoured that Sarri is prepared to let Cancelo go, okay? Apparently, this is what word on the street is, he doesn't fit into the way that Sarri wants to play, okay? So Sarri has apparently said, yes, Cancelo can go, because Juventus are asking for more money than City wanted to pay. There's the rumour is that Barcelona and Bayern Munich are in as well. I've always said teams that come in like this late, it just makes me think, you know, are they really coming in for this guy, or is it Juventus just trying to, you know, scare City into moving a bit quicker and getting the player and get the deal done and paying a few quid more than City really want to. So that Cancelo rumour, it's going to run and run and run. Let's talk. Let's mix it up a bit because I'm not just go through some big names. Let's talk Nikita Paris. You know, Mike James was asking why we're losing so many female stars. I mean, we've won a couple of cups. You know, there was we didn't win the Super League. I think it was Arsenal, even though we didn't lose a game. But we won a couple of trophies this season. But we're losing players because I believe there's a wage cap in the Women's Super League. So, like in the olden days, or salary cap or something, you've got a budget and you can't go above your budget. You go to someone like Lyon or Barcelona, open-ended, I believe. So players are going to Lyon, they know they're going to earn a lot more money than at City, and they know they're going to have a great chance to win the top trophies in Europe, okay, at Lyon. So until we change the system in this country, that drain on talent will just keep going. I'll talk about keep going about the Women's Super League actually. You might have heard about the double headers. So there's going to be some games. I think the City game is a double header at the derby. So it's not it's not a double header. It's been played at the Etihad. The Manchester derby is played at the Etihad. But they're going to have some what they call double header games. Now the double header games are when they're going to have a ladies game and a men's game on the same day, I believe, in the same stadium. Now obviously they're trying to enjoy the success of the Women's World Cup, where I think on TV, one game had 6.5 million people watching. I think one was it the semi-final had 11 million. Absolutely incredible numbers for women's football in this country. So they're trying to, harness that interest and keep it going, okay, by having some of the games in bigger stadiums. That Manchester Derby, they're trying to sell a lot more tickets than ever. Even though I went online, I couldn't get any tickets. They're only offering me a few blocks. I don't know what the problem is there. I can understand what City are doing. They're not going to open the whole stadium because we're not going to fill 50,000 seats. So I suspect they're going to open blocks at a time. Yeah, rather than have people all over the shop and have to have toilets open all over and kiosks open. Start in one area and then expand up, down, into the sides. I suspect that's what's happening. So hopefully they'll put some more tickets out and I can get some tickets for my kids. I'll talk about pre-season training and then we'll go back to your comments. Yeah, so pre-season training started. Obviously, we haven't got people like Gabi Jesus and Fernandinho and Edison and Aguero and Otamendi, because they just finished a Copa yesterday. And I think some other players who were in the Nations League, like Walker and De Bruyne, haven't started pre-season yet. And next week, it looks like we're gonna, when we go on the tour, we're gonna take a lot of kids, which is what we do. I'll come back to the kids later. I just want to go through some more of your comments. Don't want to leave them behind. Mike, would be interesting if you did a breakdown on the finances. What did we make in our expenditure? It's an interest. The thing is, Mike, I talk about things from time to time. One of the issues is it's a very dry topic and people get bored quickly, unless you're a finance guy and accountant. But I'm looking to do something. Trust me. That's something I discussed with somebody a couple of weeks ago. I'm looking to get that done. Hi, Sea-Dog. Hope you're really well, mate. Headshot. Is it sunny in your kitchen? Absolutely headshot. Yeah, any more wisecracks like that, you'll be in timeout. It's always sunny in my world. Headshot. Positive and sunny. Mike, they all do AFTV have City in the mouth. Absolutely. I was watching Daily Football today and two of them were talking garbage. They don't even follow City. Absolutely. They've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. Wine is fine, whiskey is quicker. Yes, when it comes to City, it doesn't affect the team. But on a personal level, you feel for them. I do anyway. Yep, true, mate. Mukund, everyone's talking about it was great. We must be doing something right, like winning. Yeah. I mean, they talk, and it's not about football. Have you noticed that? It's all the stuff that goes on off the pitch. It's not about football. Yeah, we're rent-free. Hey, apparently, someone told me today, apparently, I'm living rent-free in someone's head. Rent-free. I should be charging, shouldn't I? To live rent-free. I'm living, well, it's not me in someone's head. I'm living rent-free. See, dog, we don't know about Cancelo. That's the thing. That's the problem with the transfers. He might not. You know, but the fact that I don't believe Bayern are serious and I don't believe Barca are, it's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and I'm putting it out there. But a lot of it seems to me like the Bayern thing with Sane. They put it all out there to try and turn his head and try and pretend to him that City wanted to sell him, to cause a rift between Sane and City and make him want to leave. This time I think Juventus are mentioning other clubs, or they're mentioned by whoever, the agent or the Juventus, to get City to do a deal quickly. And I don't think we're not going to be pushed around. Herence, every team in the top six can afford to buy each and every player we sign. Funny how fans of these clubs are the same. Yeah, look, everybody could have bought Bernardo Silva last season. Anybody the season before. Yeah, they had the money to buy Bernardo Silva. They had the money to buy Edison, 30-odd million. They had the money to buy Gabi Jesus, 27 million. They had the money to buy Leroy Sané, 37 million. They had the money. They didn't. They bought other players that just didn't do it. You know, Mustafi. I'm just looking at Arsenal now. Mustafi. Papathakalos. I forgot his name. Papastathakalos. Oh. They bought a few others. Granit Xhaka. How much did he cost? 30 million? So other teams have bought players just not as good as City, and their strategy is all wrong. Absolutely, Mucken. Juventus had our name, hoping people that City will overpay, and City just won't go for it. Mike James, Mo said he overpaid for Roddy, but look at the wages. Look, they're paying Ozil 350,000 a week. Mo's got no idea. Come on, let's be honest. You've got a bunch of, not all of them, but you've got a bunch of loudmouths who think if we shout the loudest and the most outrageous for the longest, we're right. It doesn't mean you're right. It's your opinion, yeah. And sometimes, everybody can see your opinions is worth jack. Wow, Chris, you're going to America, Chris. I applaud you, Chris, following your team all the way to America. I'm jealous. Hey, Manchester Blue 2007. Cancelo, look, mate, I want Danilo to stay. Yeah, I want Danilo to stay. I don't see why Danilo should go. He's a very versatile player. Mike James, but Mukund, in a couple of years after we could have signed Rodri. Exactly. They'll say that. Oh, look, Rodri was 60. We could have had him. Yeah? We could have had Bernardo Silva, 43 million quid. We could have had him. They laugh at our players, yeah? They laughed at John Stones. John Stones just won 2 Premier League titles, 2 Carabao Cups, and an FA Cup. I'll put this on the line. In the next 10 years, Arsenal will not win as much as John Stones has won in the last 2 years. In the next 10 years. And you can quote me on that. Danilo's where he is at training, and I never even considered this dream. See, I've always said again and again and again, I like Danilo. I want him to stay. I don't know where these things come up, and then people want to buy our players on the cheap, and I don't think we should do that. Possibly Sea-Dog, look, PSG are doing a big restructuring. We'll see. I mean, we don't know, let's be honest. But and they got Dani Alves. If he leaves, I didn't know he was leaving. I'm not up on PSG. Absolutely, Joseph, Dani's quality. Yeah, USA women are very, very good. Garcia was training today, absolutely. Which one, Mike? Manu or Alexis? Or Alexia, I don't know how you call it, Alexis. I think the women's derby is on TV. I know it's at the Etihad. I'm sure they'll be pushing for that to be on TV. I've not heard about that yet. Manchester's Blue FFP? No FFP worries here, mate. Hit that like button, we're only on 16. 32 watching and 16 likes? It's got to be 32. Arena Sky. So we've got have we got one of the goons in the house? Do you really want me to answer that, Arena Sky? Andy has not shared the video. That is incorrect, Arena. Incorrect. Okay? Andy said, and I quote, he was talking about the people on Twitter that supported him. He said, they've seen it. They know the truth. They've seen the truth. Now, either Andy's giving them, he may not have shown them the video, but he's giving them, a transcript. Somebody's got a transcript or something, because there are only 3 people, okay, originally who knew what was in that video. Rabin, because he was in it, Andy, because he was in it, and me, because Andy sent it to me. So how can third parties quote what was in that video? Come on, Arena Sky. How can third parties quote what was in that video? Let's see what you say now. Tell me how third parties quote what was in that video, Arena Sky. If only 3 people saw it and Andy's not showing it anybody. What's Andy been doing then? Giving people transcripts? Behave. Don't need your like round here if you're going to come on and think you're clever. What do you want me to apologise for, Arena Sky? I'm going to give you a 2-minute worth here. For Andy, a 2-bit bum, recording Rabin without his permission, and then telling everybody it's my fault. It's my fault that it all blew up. Come on, Arena Sky. Come back at me. Andy recorded it without his permission. Andy goes around threatening people. He's threatened me on enough occasions. He's threatened me. Plenty of times he's threatened me. Okay? It's a shame I've got nothing on tape. He's threatened me plenty of times. And Andy won't release. Andy was so much, putting the pressure on Rabin to release all the messages. And because Rabin wouldn't, Andy was vindicating himself. Well, I've always said to Andy, release your WhatsApp messages from the time that you told me you were going to speak to Rabin. Yeah? The time you said in 20 minutes time I'm going to speak to Rabin. Release them. Andy won't. So on the way Andy works, I'm right. Andy's talking BS. Andy cannot afford for those WhatsApp messages to be released because it will show him to be exactly the person he is. Not the person some people see and some people believe him to be. There's my 2 penneth. Anyway, we move on. I'm not bothered about that Torag. The guy can't... The guy has no decency, no honour, no credibility, no integrity. Yeah? None at all in my book. There's plenty I can say. I'm sure there's plenty you can say about me. I don't care. Bring it on. Bring it on. We'll see who's got the most to lose. So come on, Arena Sky, hit me with it. Yeah, they all are Sea-Dog. Look, they need to make this... they need to create this agenda, this animosity, this loudness, this obnoxiousness, because some of them are very obnoxious. When I speak to Arsenal fans who are really in tears, seriously in tears, about the way their once great club is dragged through the mud by certain, I think they call them leeches, just making money off them by their failure, by setting fans against each other. Yeah, Muck and Gabby apologise for it. He's a nice guy, Gabby. City compiled with FFP as they and then moved the goalposts. Then City took a pinch to settle the tactics that were influenced by the old guy. Yeah, let's move on. FFP is not an issue. Herence, it's not City's fault that United and Arsenal choose to fill. Absolutely, Herence. United and United. I think the numbers are United have taken since Sheikh Mansour's been at City over £1 billion out United in terms of interest payments, in terms of dividends or paying directors or all sorts of things. Okay, City. In the meantime, putting over £1 billion. There's one of your differences. Okay, and I actually think if United had put £1 billion in, they'd still be not very good because their strategy is wrong. You just cannot throw money at problems and expect to get by and get it to work every time. Otherwise, City would have won everything very, very soon after the takeover. Once we were throwing money around, it wasn't working. You needed the right people at the helm. We had Mark Hughes. Right, we got rid of Mark. We got Mancini. We started with a good person, and that helped us. Yeah. So it's not just throwing money at the problem. Sea-Dog, don't let them... Hey, mate, Sea-Dog, I'm not angry. Trust me, Sea-Dog, I'm not angry. I want some comeback. Arena Sky, if you're not taking sides, then why are you asking me to apologise? So what, he still follows Andy? What do you mean he still follows? Maybe he's not deleted the people he followed from before. Maybe he's not blocked him. Maybe he's bigger than that. What do you think, Arena Sky? I knew someone was gonna come on tonight and talk crap after listening to that loudmouth. The guy, I'm going to tell you some stuff because it's about time, okay? The guy doesn't know the difference between a bank account and a business. He doesn't know the difference. He thinks a bank can close down your business. Oh, behave, yeah? This is what I've had to put up with for over a year. A guy who cannot tell the difference between a bank account, yeah, a bank account and a business. Two totally separate things. A bank account and a business is totally separate. Don't tell your bank that you don't want to be a director of the business anymore. The bank's got nothing to do with it. What an imbecile. I'm not angry. Trust me, guys, I'm not angry. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, Manchester, trust me, I'm relaxed. But I think you're gonna see some more stuff coming out just because the guy can't be decent. I'm going to tell you some more stories. The guy had my camera, okay, my brand new, almost brand new 4K, I think it's a Sony video camera, okay. I lent it him to do some videos. He brings it back to me a few months later. It's broken. Okay? It's not working properly. He said he'll get it serviced and repaired or whatever. Okay? He's not done that. I've asked for all my stuff back. He wants to give me back this broken camera. He thinks that's a decent thing to do. Is that a decent thing to do? Is that a decent thing to do? Break somebody else's stuff? Is that decent? And then just say, you can have it back. Broken. Not working. Is that what a man would do? Is that what a decent man would do? Apparently, that's what decent men want to do. There's a whole shed load of more stuff. Absolute bucket loads. And the way he's going, it will start coming out because he's... I don't want to just abuse him for the fun of it, but come on, there's a big difference between a bank account and being a director of a company. If you can't get it through someone's head, this is what I've been dealing with for over a year. You can't get basic stuff through someone's head. Anyway, I'm going to move on, and I'll probably end up doing something. Yeah, Kobe, I know what you're saying, guys. Update, let's have a look. Let's have a look. It deserves it in the neck. I knew this would happen tonight. I knew some idiot would come on. Update, King Ark. How you doing, mate? I'm not in a foul mood, King Ark. I just knew that some couple of people told me just to be careful. Someone would come on tonight chatting shit, basically. And that people have been chatting shit about me. And said the whole Rabin thing was my fault. Because, hey, I was the underhand person who filmed somebody without their permission. That was me. No, it wasn't. The underhand person who started all this was Andy. Okay? Let's be clear. Let's be honest. Don't try and pin it on me. Release those WhatsApp messages, you big clown. Release them. If you've got nothing to hide, release them. He's got everything to hide. He's got everything to hide. That's why I won't release them. If he's all in the clear and he's not done it wrong, release them. Before I do. This is for him. It's not for any of you guys. This is for him. Absolutely killing. I'll take Aki for 40 million rather than Maguire for that. No way would I pay 90 million. Humongous. That was a year ago. Absolutely a year ago. Hey, Bernard, you're not late. You're never late, Bernard. Mike's asking, do Arsenal make more money than us on merchandise ticket prices? Okay, Arsenal make more money than us on definitely on match day income because they're charging so much more than City. They've got a bigger ground. I think it's 60,000. We've got 55,000 and a few. They charge a lot more on season ticket price than City. But where City catch up is, besides finishing higher in the league, getting a bit of extra money from that, whatever that's going to be, 12, 15, 20 million quid with the facility fee as well. But our commercial income is way ahead of Arsenal. I looked at the numbers a few days ago, and I honestly can't remember. Are we more than 100 million more per year than Arsenal just in our commercial, our sponsorship and everything else? So we've gone down the United route. We've got lots of sponsors all over the place, okay? And Arsenal are only just starting to do that. Now, I don't know what was stopping them, whether it was their pride or whatever was stopping Arsenal from doing this before, but they're doing it now. You've got this Visit Rwanda on the sleeve for 5 or 10 million quid. So other people, they're doing it now. Other clubs are doing more and more. United were the first ones and the best ones at getting noodle sponsorships in the Far East and whatever. Crazy sponsorships. City are doing this. Not as bad. We're not as bad as United yet, but we're doing some odd ones too. Yeah, you see some of these adverts that make you cringe. But we're miles ahead of Arsenal in terms of total money. Humongous, you're missing out, mate. I missed a bit. Yeah, I apologise, Cobby. I should just let them pass. Maguire, nothing, Gustavo. If Leicester want 85 million for Maguire, City won't be paying 85 million for Maguire. He can go to United. He apparently doesn't want to go to United. I mean, who in the right mind would, unless it's for money? So Maguire doesn't go anywhere. Now it's happening with Maguire. Fred, why should Danilo leave quick? Danilo's. Come on, Fred. Danilo's won the Champions League with Real, Champions League with Real, Premier League, Carabao Cup with City, Premier League, Carabao Cup, and FA Cup with City. That's a lot of trophies, mate. Why should he leave? He's a very versatile player, very good left back, right back, defensive midfielder, even centre back if we need him. You got a player who can play in lots of different positions and do a good job. When Kyle Walker was struggling last season, Danilo came in and Danilo did a very, very good job, more than capable job. In fact, a job that he was so good, Danilo, that he allowed Pep to drop Walker. Pep wouldn't have dropped Walker if he didn't have a good enough replacement, and Danilo was that replacement. Ray Puston's already got a warning. Yeah, Cobby, we'll talk private, mate. We'll talk private. Bernard, is it happy hour? Well, there's a lot of people on. It must be happy hour. No, King, not much has happened. Not much has happened. What are you talking about City or with me? Look, a few things that happened. A couple of people mentioned it to me that I've been slagged off again, and that someone's been telling people that the Rabin incident was my fault. Yeah, because guys, I wasn't the one who videotaped the guy without his permission and threatened him. That's according to Rabin. And having been threatened many times by Andrew Turner, after being threatened many, many times, who am I going to believe? See, Dog, look, I think one of the reasons, apparently, the rumours that we want Cancelo, he's more dynamic. He's going to be more of a Walker type player. He's going to be up and down with pace, crossing the balls. And I think Danilo's a better defender in a defensive way. Great Pulton, couldn't imagine Maguire getting close to the actual footballing ability to fit into our defence. However, I do think we need a replacement for Company. It depends how you look at it now, Grape, because this talk of Fernandinho playing. Look who we've still got. We've still got Otamendi. We've still got Stones. We've still got Laporte. Company played, I think, 26, 27 games in total last season. Okay? Now, those three players can take a few of those games away. Yes, Company's a top player. Okay? But if Fernandinho plays at centre-back as well, he'll take up some of that slack. Yeah? I think he can end up, at the end of the season, being versatile in both positions. So he's flexible enough to play in centre-back or defensive midfielder, and he could end up being a cover kind of player the season after, when he hopefully get a contract extension. We've got Eric Garcia coming through. I think we'll be all right. We could just about get by. I mean, we looked at it and said, oh no, we didn't have Ben Mendy last season. What are we going to do without a left back? Oh no, KDB's injured. What are we going to do with that KDB? When Fernandinho was injured, oh come on man, Fernandinho's injured for 2 months. What are we going to do? Oh, Company's injured for so much of the season. What are we going to do? And we banged in 98 points on a domestic treble. So I think we've got the capability within our team. We do worry, obviously, that we want City to be as strong as possible. But hey, let's chill, guys. I think Pep's got it under control. Trust me, Arena Sky, I'm not upset. I apologise if I come across as upset, but trust me, guys, I'm not upset. There are things that need to be said. There are things that need to be said because honesty on this issue, on the Rabin issue, is in short supply. Let's stay positive, guys. Let's forget that other stuff. Absolutely, Chris. Look. I'll just say this last thing. The goons are starting to stay away because yesterday there was 10 of them bang straight on. Now they're down to 2. Maybe they've gone and got girlfriends or boyfriends and gone and get a life. So let's stay positive, guys. Things are going so well in my life. Why do I need people to come and annoy me? Bernard, you're not... I still haven't been to see the shirts yet. I said I'd go today, but sometimes life just hits you and just keeps going. It just rolls over you. I've got so much going on. I'm running out of time. Honestly, running out of time. I said I need to clone myself because I've got so much to try and squeeze into the days, doing videos, live streams, stuff with me kids, sports. I've done like a fool. Like a fool. I ran 9 miles yesterday and I run another 6 today. My legs have had it. So I think I'll have a rest tomorrow, so I'll have a bit more time. But I've got so much, stuff to do. I'm doing some work for another charity this weekend, just sorting out the details for that, for a special needs school, for an event for them. It's just crazy. Crazy times. But good times. Busy. I always think being busy is great. Being a bit stressed and panicky because you've got so much on, that's good too. Fred, he won those seals absolutely, but he's still got him, mate. He's got him to rattle around and show his grandkids. But he did all right at City. I've got no problems with him at City. He's not a bad player. He's a very, very good player. Chris Welch is everywhere. Yeah, he loves his football. Mike James, Atletico want to swap Griezmann for Barca right back Samedo. So now Barca want Cancelo as a replacement. I don't know. I don't know about these merry-go-round rumours. There's a lot of... The problem is, sadly, it's just... most of them are just worthless, okay? Some of them have some reality to them. But most of them are worthless. And we get caught up because we want to know what's going on. We're just curious beasts. Bakund... I don't know. There's a lot going on, guys. I still haven't got those 30 likes. Rahul, why are we not all like for De Ligt? He looks great. I think the problem with De Ligt, one of the problems is his agent. Is Mina Raiola wants a big chunking commission and he wants his client to be paid 300 grand a week. And City just won't consent to that. Why pay somebody more than your best players you currently got for a 19-year-old who hasn't proven it at your club? Look what happened to Sane. Sane started on 60 grand a week. Okay, apparently now he's going to get 200. His new contract is going to be 200 grand a week. You come in, you prove yourself. Yeah, you prove yourself. You'll get your just rewards financially. Now, I wouldn't expect De Ligt to come in on 60 because Sane hadn't proven himself over in Germany at Schalke properly then, yeah? But De Ligt has his Ajax captain, Champions League semi-final, playing for the Dutch national team. I think he's a level ahead of where Sane was when we bought him. So, paying him 120 grand a week isn't an issue for me, okay? And look at, there's rumours that if Puma take over the... let's get this right. I think now Sane is a Nike player. Okay, if he changes to Puma, the image rights will be in his package too, so he could be up to 260 grand a week if he was winning lots of trophies and stuff. Hell of a lot of money. That's how it should be. It should be tagged to your performances and bonuses and how you're doing, rather than give somebody 300. I mean, can you imagine giving Matthijs de Ligt, I'll put it out there, a contract worth £15 million a year, a 5-year contract, or even a 6-year contract, £50 million a year. So you're guaranteeing the guy £90 million. What if he decides he's not interested anymore and he becomes fat? You want people who are hungry, and if you come in here for the money, you come in for the wrong reasons. Humongous, you're on the right. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I am. Hit that like button, guys. Get up to 30. Bernard, kids got me voucher for Ryanair and spending money 500. Hey, good birthday, Bernard. Good birthday. Good kids. Now, I've not seen that. I've not seen Football Terrace. I've seen the Football Terrace guy. Football Terrace, yeah, I know him. I met him, did a video with him. I followed him briefly because you do a collaboration with somebody and then you think, oh yeah, I'll follow them. But I couldn't abide by some of the stuff he was coming out with. I just couldn't stand it. And it was just... Look, if I remember right, he's got 100,000 followers on YouTube, which is why he's coming out with some outrageous stuff. I don't know, Fred, honestly, about Ruben Diaz. Really don't know anything about him. Yeah, Bernard, go in the international break. Kamal, the Cancelo update was simply that it's been said, I think, in the Italian press that Sarri is not that keen on Cancelo, or he doesn't fit into the style Sarri wants to play, and he's happy to let Cancelo go. The rumours are that Barcelona and Bayern Munich are also interested. I suspect, the way these things kind of work, that it's agents or Juventus rumours, actually. They're spreading false rumours just to force City's hand to make City pay a little bit extra to get the deal done, and City just won't do that. So let's see what happens. Ticking on a bit with Gundogan, really wants him to hurry up and extend. I think Gundogan will. I hope so, because he's a good, very, very good player on his day. Killen MCFC, yeah, they should be. I mean, they were on last year. In America last year, they were on TV. So, hey, Killen, nice to see you subscribe, mate. Very good news. Mike James, Football Daily said our signing of Angelino was pointless. They're so funny because they sat there on YouTube commenting about City, but they don't know. Absolutely. Absolutely, because Angelino, if he ends up being number 2, is that a bad signing? If Mendy gets injured again, we can't rely on him yet until he's proven himself, then it'll be Angelino and Zinchenko at left back. And for apparently 6 million euros, even if it was 10 million euros, it's a bloody good deal. Look, Angelino was in the Eredivisie team of the season 2 years on the bounce, and he's only 22 years old. I think he'll get better, especially under Pep. Clone myself, Bernard. I'd clone myself for the charity work. Honestly, the things I've got in my mind, things going on, I just can't. I can't keep up with myself. I wouldn't clone myself to play on a football team because we'd lose. Absolutely, McCunn. You let a bit of steam off. Look, I knew this was going to happen tonight just because of what has happened in emails. Yeah, you break something or somebody else says, you should at least offer to repair it or replace it, rather than say tough titty. You shouldn't say tough titty. If you're a man, you don't behave like that. So I knew something was going to come up, and someone's trying to be clever when, look, they're obviously not. In certain respects, you might be clever in certain issues, but not in my book. You like that integrity and the credibility. Release those WhatsApp messages. King Ark apparently Delic isn't happy with how things have gone. Mate, I'm not bothered about Delic now because, if he wanted to come to City, I said this last season. I said it last season. That as soon as I said it last summer. As soon as Mino Raiola's involved, it gets messy. He wants his cut. Mino Raiola wants his cut, and it gets messy. And players go to these agents and go with them. Look, I'll give you an example, okay? Why players shouldn't listen to agents. Oscar, at 26, 27 years old, he went to China to play football. The best years of his career is he's in China making money. I can't believe that's come from the player. It's got to come from his agent. Got to come. He's earning enough money, man. These guys are earning £5 to £10 million a season. He's at Chelsea, he's earning good money. Why do you need to go to China? It's a death knell of your career. So that's probably most likely agent-led. There's a few of the players who have gone, Anatovic, come on. Anatovic, he's gone. I just can't, take it. Sana Lisa learn from Mangali. Send a contract, you on it. Mukund. Nasri, what is your thought on Sadio Mane last season? Sadio Mane was good. But the thing with Sadio Mane, for me, is hit and miss. And because Liverpool are good, he's more hit than miss. Okay? He's a very tricky, pacey player. But I also think he misses too many good open chances. He should be a better player than he is. Absolutely, Chris. Delict. Bernard, my son wants to make a podcast. We've got a name for it. Citizen and Son. Hey. Hey, Bernard, come on my podcast. Anytime. Citizen and Son. It's a good one. Mike James, Griezmann has a falling out with Atletico. Griezmann, I think it's quite rather funny that, Atletico said, look, Griezmann, you've been talking to Barca during the season behind our backs. We're not letting you going to go to Barca. Really is bizarre what's going on over there. J Fresh, how you doing, mate? No, J Fresh, the beef goes on while Sandy wants it to go on, yeah? I've asked him to return my camera in good working order, like it was when he got it from me. He got it in good working order. I think that's the least I deserve, is to return it in good working order. Eventually everything will come out, okay? This is the way it's going, because we'll just keep ramping it until everything comes out, and then, hey, I don't care. Let's see who cares the most. But we'll see, it will come out, because he can't do decent things. He can't return my camera in full working order. He can't bring himself to do that. And I'll say it again, what kind of man does that? What kind of man? No man I know. No man I'd respect. Hey Chris, I'm fantastic, mate. Yeah, Cobby, we'll talk later, Cobby. That's enough of them bumbags. Behave, Mukund. You just pull it in 2-2 together. We're not bothered about Maguire anymore. Sharky Hussein, you're a new one to me, Sharky. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. J Fresh, Angeline's better left back than Zinchenko. We're going to find out. I think we'll find out very soon. Who Pep thinks is number 2, because when we play in the Carabao Cup, we'll find out who's the number 2. If Ben Mendy does start the season, we'll find out who Pep thinks is number 2 when the Carabao Cup comes round. But I think, look, Zinchenko signed a contract extension. He's here for 5 years. He wouldn't have done that if he didn't think he didn't back himself and he didn't think he'd get enough game time. I'm sure of that. Humongous Mangala tattoo for one kiss. I actually haven't got any tattoos. I did want a tattoo on my head, and my wife said no. I mean, I had one of those henna ones on my hand, and my wife didn't like that. So I wanted one on my head. Not of hair, not a tattoo of hair, but a tattoo a bit like Mike Tyson. But I was getting none of that. And some of the work I do, I don't think you can go into a special needs school with a tattoo across your head. I just don't think it would work. Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna put my charger on. Sardi's a good player, Sea-Dog. He's a good player. Can't knock him. Just going to put this charger in, guys, because I'm down to about 20% on my phone. Yes, I think it's working. Mukund, I wonder what Atletico fans think of Griezmann. I wouldn't. Yeah, he's not in anybody's good books. Hey, Chris, take it easy, mate. Good of you to stay this long. J Fresh, that marriage ended? Nah, J Fresh. It could have ended clean. It should have ended clean. But some people are just too arrogant. They can't end it clean. Just give them the camera back. Fix it and give me it back. Be a man. It doesn't take much. Why do you have to be so cute? Why do you have to always go below the belt? You threaten people. There's no question about that. You threaten people. Hey, Norman Roman, update on Cancelo. The rumour is that Sarri is happy to let Cancelo leave. He doesn't feel he will fit the style that he wants. This is the rumour. The rumour is also that Barcelona and Bayern Munich are interested because City wouldn't pay the money that Juventus were asking for. Which begs the question, why are Barcelona and Bayern Munich suddenly interested? Weren't they interested before? My feeling is that Juventus are just saying this to try and scare City. Just for City to think, oh no, Barcelona are interested, Bayern Munich are interested, let's pay the 60 million that they're asking for. Let's do it quickly. In case one of these others buy... No. Okay, I think City are a bit too clever for that. We've got too many clever people at City. I don't believe that, Bernard. I do not believe Mendy's not going to play till after Christmas. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. J Fresh, Zinchenko currently is good for sell-on value. Look, we had we could have sold him last year for 16 million. It was all done and dusted, and it was a kid who said no. So I don't think that's the issue, the reason for the 5-year contract. I think the guy wants to stay. truly wants to stay. You know, City kind of rescued his career. He's having a great time here, loving life. Why leave? Pep's the best. Yep, Pep got most overrated. Well, he's not even returned it, Mike. He's not returned it. I actually, if I remember correctly, I handed it in his hand at his house. I drove there. Here you go. And he wants me to pay for a courier for him to send a broken item back. There's a lot more, and you know, and very soon that will start spilling out because I'm not bothered. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that bully. I'm not bothered. You know, if he wants to be dishonest left, right, and centre, people will know about it. We'll see how much he's got to lose. Yeah, Bernard, I wouldn't pay more than accurate for. If the rumours were 35 to 40. Now that City are interested, is it going to go up to 50? If Bournemouth try and push it with City, it'll get to a level that we just won't pay. Arena Sky, what we're going to clear? There's not to clear. He did the wrong on Rabin. Okay, don't try and say it's my fault. Apparently, he's been saying it's my fault. No, if you're a bum, that's your own fault. It's not my fault, okay? If you can't behave respectfully, I'm talking about that issue. You can bring, Andy wants to bring things that I've said about other people. This is the issue. If you're going to deflect, what are you hiding? Let's move on. Let's move on, guys, because, you know, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do something. There you go. I think that's going to help. Okay, guys, I'm going to go through my agenda. I'm going to finish my agenda if it kills me. Okay, so let's talk about Alexis Sanchez. Sorry, I keep saying Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Garcia and Manu Garcia are rumoured to be going on the pre-season tour. And let's tell you very little bit about them. Alexis Garcia's been playing at Girona. He's a nice looking kid. Let's have a look. Now, let's go through. Should we go through Manu Garcia first? Let's go through Pablo Mari. Before I got to the thing is, before the guys were going on the preseason because he's too long. I'll talk very briefly about Pablo Mari, and you can see how City, one way they make money. Now, City bought this kid, Pablo Mari, okay? He's 25 years old now. He's never going to play for City. Never, ever going to play for City. But we bought him in, I'll check the date, 2016, for about 200,000 euros. Okay, 2016. And ever since he's been with us, he's been on loan. He's been to Girona, he's been to NEC Breda, he's been to Deportivo La Coruña. And apparently, the rumours are that Pepper said, you got no future at City. We knew that a long time ago. We don't buy a player like that. You know, the reason we've got him, every time we loan him out, I believe we charge a loan fee. Now, I think, when I remember reading about Manu Garcia, I believe we were charging about 450,000 euros for him. So, if we're buying a player for 200 grand, yeah, 200,000 euros, and we're loaning him out to somebody else who's paying us 300,000 or 400,000, and they're paying the guy's wages, we're making a couple of 100,000 euros every season. So we've had this guy for, 3 seasons. We could have made 500,000 or 600,000 euros on him. It's not a lot, but if you have a guy for, you know, you're making money. You're making money for nothing because you're not training the guy. He's not with you, and you're not paying his wages. Somebody else is. And if you eventually sell him for 5 or 6, 10 million euros, you made a good wedge of money. So that's Pablo Mari. He's got no future at City. Okay? And the two guys I was talking about was Manu Garcia and Alexis Garcia. Let's talk about Alex Garcia. Alex. I keep saying Alexis. Alex. Okay? Now, we bought Alex Garcia from Villarreal, I think. We paid 4 million euros for him. So you think he's a slightly, better player than Pablo Mari, who we paid 200,000 for. But he's not going to make it at City. He's with the EDS for one season. He's been at Girona, and the talk is he's going to stay at Girona. But he's going on the tour to China, I believe, on the pre-season tour. I think he's training with the what's left of the first team squad. So basically, all these kids and loanies are making up that first team squad for that tour. So, we'll see. I mean, I expect him to go out on loan again, if not be sold. He might do another year's loan. Will he go to Girona again? Well, they got relegated, so I don't know where he's going to go, what he's going to do. And the last one of these kids is Manu Garcia. Now, I don't know what we paid for Manu Garcia. I'm trying to find out. But basically, he's another one that's been on loan a lot. And his last loan was with Toulouse in Ligue 1 in France. Where he played, I think, 17 league games. So he played just under the half the season. I'm just going to try and find out what we paid for him. He's only 21 years old, and he looked decent as a kid. But yeah, there's a huge gulf. There's a huge difference between a kid in the EDS and a player in the first team. Huge gulf in ability. Here we go. According to Transfermarkt, we paid £225,000 for him. They value him at £4.5 million now. Seems reasonable, £4.5 million. I feel that, once again, and he's been out on loan at NEC Breda, Toulouse. Toulouse, as I said, I think they paid up to about €450,000 for this kid for the loan, which is double what we paid to buy him. So if we're going to loan him out every season and get that, it's good money. But, also, it's a great business model, because can you imagine, you got 20 kids, let's just say, for example, you got 20, let's say 10, it's easy numbers. You got 10 kids like this, okay? You buy them for 250 grand each, you loan them out for $500,000. So you're making 2.5 million every season. Yeah? Just on loaning people out that have got nothing to do with your club. Bonkers, man. Let's go back to your messages. I'm going to knock it on the head soon, guys. It's been over an hour, and I need some sleep for a change. Calm down. He needs to calm down. I don't know, Mike. I think the rumour that I read today was going to go on loan. So we'll wait and see. But, Douglas Luiz seems to have the most realistic chance. But the problem with Hugh, he needs to get that work permit. Without that work permit, he can't play for City. You'd feel he's going to get that this season, but who knows? Aleix. Okay, thanks, Mike. Aleix. I tell you what, it's hard to work with these languages, but... Well, I think JFresh we will do. I've put someone in time out who's bringing stuff up. Let's have a look what else we got. Thanks, Bernard. Everything Suarez is off. It's not happening. Was it ever, Mike? Was it ever? Everton Suarez at 23 is too old. Thanks, Bernard. Who else have we got to talk about? Gabby J. Let's talk about Gabby Jesus. He's, some of the. I think the media have rehashed some stuff from earlier on this season, where Gabby was saying yes, he had problems at the end of. Up to Christmas, because I think he was homesick. He's missing his family, missing his friends. He had no one around him, and I think he had a tough time. So they came around just before Christmas. After Christmas, I think he banged 8 goals in 5 games. Okay, Rotherham, Burton, or whatever he was playing, some easy games. But yeah, you beat what's in front of you. So he's won the Copper. He played really well in the final, scored a goal, got a great assist. He's been linked with Juventus. I think that's a load of Fonus Balonus, as they say. A load of rubbish. And the last one we'll talk about, I'm not going to talk about Rabin, I think we've done that enough. Mahrez. Now, Mahrez played yesterday against Guinea for Algeria. I think the one was 3-1. That's the first goals they'd conceded in about 5 games. I think they're working on that defence. And Mahrez played well. Some testing crosses. Well taken goal. If you want to watch that on YouTube, it's very nicely taken. Cross comes in from the left. Mahrez is on the right. He controls that ball and takes it past the player in the same movement. Beautiful bit of play there. And he curls it into the far corner while the goalie, who's obviously not watched any Mahrez videos, dives the other way. So, yeah, so that's the news. And the thing with the AFCON is, if Mahrez plays to the end, okay, that finishes on the 19th of July, Africa Cup of Nations, 19th of July. And season starts on the 4th of August. Okay, that's a Community Shield. So he doesn't need to be there for that. If he has a full 3 weeks rest that FIFA apparently give or suggest, then he won't start. He'll miss this first game of the season. And to be honest, I think he needs to. He's had no rest. He's had no rest since the season end. And I think, miss first few games of the season, no big deal. We've got enough people. We've got Leroy Sané, got Bernardo Silva, got Raheem Sterling. I don't think we're going to worry about Mahrez not being there for a game or two. Absolutely not at all. Mike Jesus needs to get a fine Mancunian wife. Yeah, Dog, we cannot get Everton Suarez because he's 23, so that's another non-homegrown player. We'd have to get rid of somebody, I think. Yeah, Chris Neymar missed the first day of training. We won't go. I really don't want to go for him. He's just trouble for us. Humongous. Mahrez very impressive yesterday. Took on 3 players and Meg one, almost scored. Winning AFCON. Yeah, absolutely. He's a star in Algeria. They're crazy about him. He'll give him that boost. Look, Pep gave him that boost at the end of last season by playing him in the last couple of games. I think, especially that game against Brighton where we needed to win. We were shocked when he was picked. But apparently Pep calls him before the games as well in international, so that gives you a big buzz. Someone like Pep calls you to G you up before an international game. Pep's the man. Guys, I think that's our time. I hope it's been not too bad. Yeah, I got carried away, guys. My apologies, but there's some things going on and people just keep slagging me off. And after a while, sometimes you get tired of it. Most of the time, we don't bother. We just rattle on. But people are saying I'm getting criticised by certain individuals for the Rabin incident. Well, look, I wasn't the one who taped him. I wasn't recording it. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't talk shit. I didn't talk rubbish and then come out to tell people and lie about it to people. Yeah, lie about it to people because Rabin won't defend himself. So you feel free to lie about it. Look, release the WhatsApp messages. Let's move on, guys. Tomorrow we won't talk about this. Anybody comes on to talk about this, you'll get what Sky, whatever his name was, you'll get timed out, okay? Because I don't want to talk about it anymore, okay? It's up to him to be a man. He's 49 years old, for God's sake. 49 years old, and he behaves like a child. Tomorrow, we talk footy, we talk life, we don't talk that. Stones his problems there. Guys, I think that's it. And there's a lot of you on, which kind of makes me want to stay and chat. But right now, yeah, Cobby, absolutely. There's a lot of... Look, fortunately, they're not coming on here. Fortunately, now they're avoiding Twitter because they know they're persona non grata, whatever the word is, on Twitter. That's why most of them stay away as much as they can. Anyway, guys, you want to chat with me? Here we go. And guys, thanks, Cole. Thanks for that. Hopefully, you guys have not brought you down. Hopefully, we'll be back to be positive. And I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be releasing the winner of the FA coaching course. I'll be releasing the name. Hopefully, speak to him and have a chat. Hey, Mike James, my wife's first game at Etihad was a 1-0 win over Middlesbrough 2 days after we got married. Talk about taking her out on the tanks. They're living the high life. Joel Harlan, quick Cancelo update. Cancelo is not in Manchester. No. Maurizio Sarri, the new Juventus manager, has apparently said Cancelo can go. He doesn't fit his style. He's happy for him to leave. They've got plenty of other players. The rumours are that Barcelona and Bayern Munich are suddenly coming from because City won't pay what Juventus are asking for. My personal belief is that's just a red herring. That Juventus are mentioning this in order to try and put the frighteners on City, to make City think, oh no, Barcelona and Bayern Munich might get the march on us, and let's pay the money. and that Juventus are asking for. City won't do that. Okay, City are too wise. We'll walk away from deals, and generally we'll be proven right. If we walk away from deals, we'll be proven right. So I'm not worried about that. Talk to you on the other side, Cobby. Yeah, guys, email me. Let's try and stay cool. And remember, exactly, Chris, from tomorrow, anybody wants to stir the pot, you'll be put in time out, okay? I knew it was going to happen tonight, so I was prepared for it. I knew it was going to happen because just a couple of people had told me, just be careful, something's going to happen because of what's going on this evening. Let's not worry, guys. Stay strong, and we'll move forwards. Guys, you have a good night, yeah? Have a good night, stay strong. My apologies. Let's not get dragged down. Let's stay clean. Let's stay classy.